Good afternoon, students. My name is Jan John, and today I'm going to check this student's essay. You can see the essay question and answer printed below. The question is, should we retire at the age of 65? And don't forget, if you're listening to this on YouTube, you can click on subtitles or transcript and see the printed text, albeit sometimes with mistakes, albeit, A-L-B-E-I-T, sometimes with mistakes. My objective is to raise the students' level until it will get the highest marks in IELTS and TOEFL, 9 and 120 respectively. I'm going to do that by both correcting mistakes and also improving parts of the essay. So let's go to paragraph 1. In many countries, people retire between the ages of 60 and 65. Now, this first paragraph I'm going to make into one sentence. So no full stop after 65. When they are expected to stop their working life, and they may obtain a pension from their company or the governments. Paragraph 2. My company, however, who I used to work for, did not provide a pension for their workers. Instead, they got a higher salary from their company if they continued working. Actually, this idea is not very clear, because getting a higher salary if you continue to work after 65 is not a substitute for a pension, because you have to work. So I think the writer really means that they did not get a pension, but instead they got a higher salary, not after they retired, but before they retired. Paragraph 3. Paragraph 3. Now the writer is beginning the paragraph with the word next, and she has done that in two other places in this essay. Next is not a good joining word. Joining words should be, for example, in addition, furthermore, as well as that, however, but not next. Next is when we have a list of things. For example, first I want you to wash my car, next I want you to go to the shop. This sentence in paragraph 3 is not really clear what the purpose of it is. The writer is saying that her friend's company gave a small pension to their employees, but it's not clear why she is mentioning this. So I'm going to change this sentence. My friend told me that her company did provide a pension, but not very much. I think the company expected her to save her own money in addition to the company's pension. So I think the point the writer is illustrating here is that not only do companies sometimes not provide a pension, they may provide a pension which is inadequate. Next sentence. Lastly, some governments don't provide a pension to the workers in the private sector, but provide a pension for workers in the government sector. Last sentence. For all of the above reasons, no several here, many workers decide to continue working. Paragraph 4. My colleague told me, better to say one of my colleagues told me that she continued working even though she was 61 years old, because she had divorced her husband need to use the past perfect tense here. She had divorced her husband, and she was the only one who could make money for her child to study at a good high school. Next sentence, again we have the word next, so instead of next, yes, let's use furthermore. Furthermore, some people cannot stop working because they run their own businesses. I think this is what the writer means by SMEs. Best not to use abbreviations which are not very well known, as the examiner may not be familiar with them. And also this point is not very clear, because if you're running your own business, you could decide to retire at 65 and either sell the business or maybe hire a manager. So you need to give another reason why a business owner may decide not to retire. This may be because they like working. Moving on to paragraph 5. On the other hand, some people that because they have worked their whole life, they would like to stop working and take a rest, or maybe take a trip around the world. For example, I dream that if I have enough money for the rest of my life, I might decide to stop working and take a budget trip around Thailand and some foreign countries. Take a budget trip means a trip where you spend not too much money. This is clearer than using the word economically. Paragraph 6, again we have the word next, which I'm going to change. Well, actually this sentence is not really clear, because the writer is saying that her sister's friend stopped working to become a nun, but this is obviously nothing to do with retirement, so this sentence is really off the question. Remember, when you answer an essay question, to frequently refer back to the question to make sure you are still on track to answer the question. It is very easy sometimes to go astray and start answering a different question. So I think we have to get rid of the whole of the first sentence in paragraph 6. Continuing, lastly, I recently read the shocking news in a newspaper that Miyazaki Hayao, the director of Studio Ghibli, is permanently stopping work to retire. And last sentence, for all of the above reasons, no several here, some workers choose to stop working. And final paragraph, in conclusion, while you are continuing to work, you can spend your free time during the evenings or weekends taking a rest, shopping, watching movies, partying, washing clothes, or cleaning your house. I think the final paragraph is not quite clear. The writer's point is not clear here. I think she is trying to say that we can still do the things we want before we retire during the free time we have. We don't have to wait until 65. So I'm going to add something onto the end of this paragraph to make that clear. So you can do most of the things you want to do even while you have a full-time job. You have annual holidays, weekends and evenings where you can pursue sports, leisure activities, and anything you want to do. For people who do this, retirement at 65 may not be an attractive option. Okay, the writer has included a lot of information which I think has adequately answered the question. There are a lot of grammar and structure mistakes. And the essay is probably a little bit too long, I think around 350 words for IELTS, which is 100 over the requirement. So it would be better to write a little bit less, maybe say 300 words, and try to improve the quality. But all in all, not a bad essay. She might have mentioned the point that many people might want to continue working because they enjoy their work. I think nowadays that is probably one of the most important criteria. Anyway, a good essay, and I wish the student good luck with her next assignment. Bye bye.